which fan base is more pissed off right now, the Browns or the Steelers?
I think Browns fans should be. I mean, that one dude fell off of a van this morning when he was.
That could not have been. That had to be a dummy. That had to be a from somewhere else. That could not have been a broadcasting from today's to the stadium today.
It was real and actual. It was legit.
No, but it wasn't from the game today, right? Somebody pulled this from a past.
I think it was legit, man. I from what I saw on Twitter, but who knows? I mean, either way, I would be more mad as a Browns fan. You had all this hype. You had all this hype coming in. Tennessee is not New England. I know they took them to the woodshed, and it's like New England light with Vrabel. But if you're a Browns fan, you expected the world, and you got thumped by 30 in your own building. Steelers fans, let's be honest, only the most optimistic or loose with their money Steelers fans were betting a straight-up Steelers win here. You might have bet them to cover 5.5, but you probably weren't saying, oh, yeah, the Steelers are going to waltz in there and beat New England. So I think this is an expected outcome, if, yes, a very disappointing version of an expected outcome.
I got to tell you, I was driving around midweek and listening to Tunch and Wolf for a few minutes. Like both guys, look, they've been there in the trenches, and they were talking about how Tom Brady looks scared these days, how he never wants to get hit. I just started laughing about how Pittsburgh media will convince themselves of anything. I mean, yeah, no quarterback wants to get hit. To say Tom Brady, I don't know what they were basing it off of, the Super Bowl or something that they saw in
the Super Bowl that he won still. Like, come on,
exactly.
I mean, that you say Pittsburgh media will try to convince themselves of anything. One thing I heard from people was that Terrell Edmonds was going to have a breakout year, and I felt like the comparison was made just because he was a strong safety that they drafted in the first round, and Troy had a breakout second season. And it's like, that's not how it works, man. Like, you have to have a player who's actually pretty good. And I got pilloried for saying 7-9. People really tore into me and said, how could you say 7-9? And they might not go 7-9. Who knows what's going to happen. But this is why they gotten exposed so far. Like, I'm amazed that people were willing to try to look at rose-colored glasses at this team and say, oh, yeah, this is infallibility here.